What's up guys, Dan here, Cold Cracker. Today we're going to be taking a look at our Frontier lineup of wool blankets. So if you watch the videos on our other channel, you know that we are huge fans of the wool blanket. It's just traditional and it's fun and it's an adventurous way to definitely camp. So we have a full lineup of blankets now and I am super excited about this because some of this is like hits home, because I feel like before Cold Cracker was Cold Cracker, I was sewing blankets together, and that's a little bit what we have going on here. So on the Frontier series, we have two different blankets. We have the Frontier and the Frontier Heavy. So the Frontier blanket, which we have right here, okay, and the Frontier Heavy. The Frontier is 110 by 110, so a monster-sized blanket, big enough to do that good old taco wrap where you lay it in a diamond fashion, you fold it up around your feet over like you're swaddling, coddling, one of those things they say that with newborns, and you get yourself nice and warm, lots of layers of wool. It's going to be definitely big enough for all of that and all the other configurations you'd want. Now we call it the Frontier series because we have a seam down the center of this, a nicely sewn seam, nice and clean looking. It's not going to be weird feeling against you. It really does. It blends in really well. And this is something that pioneers on the Frontier would often do because they never were able to get really large blankets. And if they had multiple small shards of blankets, they would sew it together to actually get themselves a reasonably sized blanket. So that is the approach we took. So big wool blankets are definitely hard to find. Now, when I'm all caught there, I'm choking myself. So that's the Frontier. Frontier Heavy is the same size, 110 by 110. So again, monster blanket, but this is double layered wool. So the Frontier itself, which I'm going to go over all these specs again, I know I'm going through a lot here. The Frontier itself is 7 pounds. The Frontier Heavy is a 14-pound wool blanket. So this thing is going to keep you warm in the coldest of nights. I mean, it is just a monster blanket, and it is going to be in those cold winter nights with a little bit of snow in your lean-to. Oh, it's going to just be glorious for this thing. So that's the difference between the Frontier Heavy and the Frontier. So let's give a quick rundown, because we also have just our traditional wool blanket, which we do in different color ways quite often. Right now we have the black and gray model. So I had to make myself a cheat sheet here on sizes and weights. We'll go through this one more time and I'll hold the blankets up for everybody. So our traditional blanket, which we have ready to ship, okay, they are 90 inches by 70 inches and they are 3.7 pounds. So with a blanket like this, again, you can take it down into cold temperatures, probably gonna need a fire out front, but generally one wool blanket this size, you're looking for like summer, spring, maybe very early fall for something like this, okay? Then we move into the Frontier, again, 110 by 110 in size, so much bigger footprint, and use some different configurations with your sleep gear. This thing weighs in at 7 pounds, so this is gonna be good all through summer, all through spring, all through fall, and you're gonna be good to go. Even winter, again, campfire out front, you just have more layers of wool on you. And then you move into the big boy. So if you're a cold-blooded person, okay, this is gonna work great for you all the time. This one, again, weighing in at 14 pounds, 110 inches by 110 inches, so this is the big boy. Again, you can use it all seasons, but when it gets into colder temperatures, this is what you are going to want. So this is the lineup. And that's why we developed them, because it fits all needs of the spectrum there. When it comes to wool blanket camping, we got you covered. So if you like any of this stuff, you can check it out at coldcrackerbushcraft.com. Link is down in the description. And until the next video, gear up and stay in the woods.